Some people say you have to sleep less and suffer more to achieve greatness. They throw around generic phrases and layer them over footage of Muhammad Ali or Goku, claiming that constant grind is the path to success. But they're wrong. That mindset is poison, and hustle culture is lying to us. It loves to use Goku as a symbol of non-stop training, but when Cell was preparing to end humanity, Goku spent time with his family. In the days leading up to the Cell games, while Vegeta, Trunks, and Piccolo pushed their bodies to the brink, Goku chose to celebrate Gohan's birthday, hang with friends, and share quiet moments at home. That wasn't weakness, that was wisdom. The Cell Games arc is one of the best in Dragon Ball Z, filled with iconic battles and a legendary villain, but the calm before the storm is just as important, and many people miss it. The entire time Goku is calm, not because he had a secret plan, not because he was arrogant, because he had done the work and knew when to stop and enjoy the moment. He tells Krillin, "These are precious times. Being together is everything. That's all that really matters to me right now." To most, that sounds naive. Many times when someone chooses love and presence over fear and action, they're looked down on. But Goku was being wise. He understood that overtraining would bring more harm than good. He knew Gohan was ready, and that belief wasn't built in the hyperbolic time chamber. It was built during dinner, on walks, during laughter, and in the flashbacks of family time. Even when Vegeta mocked him for not doing more, Goku held his ground and said, "If you think torturing your body in there is the same thing as training, then go for it." This directly challenges hustle culture, which says you must always be grinding, that if you're not moving, someone else is, that if you're resting, you're failing. But Goku smiles in the face of Cell's perfection. He walks into battle like he's at the beach, and it rattles his friends looking on. And that's what makes him powerful. I was thinking about this one day while running around with my daughter, and I threw on a motivational speech from Muhammad Ali, one of my heroes. But the video used a quote that he never said. It said, if you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep. You got to be willing to work off 3 hours of sleep if you really want to be successful. Some days you're going to have to stay up 3 days in a row because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. No, that's not what it takes. That's how you break. That's how you literally hallucinate, burn out, and fall apart. And worse, they're using Ali's name to push that nonsense. Ali rested. He trained like crazy, yes, but he knew when to rest and take time for himself and family. In his memoir, The Soul of a Butterfly, he says one of his biggest regrets is not being more present as a father. Rest isn't laziness, it's love and clarity and part of the journey. Goku doesn't rest because he's scared. He rests because he's ready, because he understands his limits, because he wants his son to grow up remembering laughter more than training. Gohan remembers their fishing trip more than their time in the chamber. Even the name Gohan came from a moment of rest, when Goku wanted to step away and fish to clear his mind. That's how it happens for me too. My video ideas don't come from grinding or forcing brainstorming sessions, they come from walking with my daughter, doing chores, working out, laughing with friends. The creative spark doesn't come from suffering, it comes from stillness. This isn't to say we should never train. Goku and Gohan did train hard. Gohan learns valuable lessons about his powers and understands being a Saiyan far better with his father's guidance. But Goku never pushed Gohan past his breaking point. He carried him to bed. He made sure he had time to relax. When Gohan felt guilty for taking a bath, Goku said, "Sometimes rest is as important as training. Maybe even more important." How often do we do that to ourselves? Feel guilty for resting, even after giving everything we had. We see the mountain ahead and forget how far we already climbed. We think that we're failing just because we stopped to breathe. But that rest is what lets you win. In the end, it's not Goku's fists that defeat Cell, it's Gohan's heart. And Gohan only reaches his full power when Goku's love carries him forward. Cell is defeated by the sacred bond between a father and son. This bond is strengthened when they fish together in the country. Chi-Chi has a picnic and they reminisce about Goku getting his license. What just seems like a funny story holds a powerful message about enjoying the little things with your family. That picnic is not just passing the time or refueling for a big training session. It is a connection that brings family and friends closer together. They become stronger not in might, but in their mind. The only reason Gohan is able to harness his full power is because of Goku's encouragement. He tells his son on multiple occasions how proud he is. When training hard, he carries him to bed. We are often lied to by a toxic hustle culture that we should spend every waking minute pushing ourselves for our goals. That is what will help us. Yet Goku shows that the way to truly harness your power is by taking it easy with the ones you love. Building that connection is what reaches you to new heights. You learn and grow not by training forever, but by loving forever. Strength isn't found in the relentless grind, but forged in meaningful rest. Even my friends who are huge DBZ fans forgot all this. They thought I was exaggerating. They didn't remember the family time before the battle. They only remembered the fights. Because that's what we've been conditioned to value. Flash, grind, and noise. Mr. Satan is a great example. He represents the world's obsession with surface-level strength and media spectacle. But Goku, humble and grounded, is the true hero, and he's overlooked by the film crews, just like the lessons in those filler episodes. We are constantly lied to that we aren't working hard enough, that we should feel perfect and amazing all the time, that there is something wrong with you if you just want to take it easy for a moment. Yes, you aren't perfect like Cell. That's a good thing. Cell doesn't just lose, but is humiliated by Gohan, all because Goku believed in the power of rest and love. So don't beat yourself up. Train hard, but rest harder. Be proud of the quiet moments. Enjoy the comfort of loved ones. Let go of the noise that says you're lazy if you pause. Goku didn't save the world by grinding harder. He saved it by raising a son who believed in himself. You don't need to have the power of a Super Saiyan to leave an impact, just the heart of one. And as Muhammad Ali once said, rest but never quit. Even the sun has a sinking spell each evening, but it always rises the next morning. At sunrise, every soul is born again. And trust me that this transition to see rest as sacred is not easy. Our minds have been fed a lot of junk telling us otherwise over the years, but that noise in your head isn't you. And the most offensively ridiculous anime helped me understand that. And to hear more about that, you can check out this video right here.